Good morning, Hero Wars fans. In this video, I'll be explaining some preliminary testing that you should do when fighting in Guild War and Arena. On the bottom left of the main screen, there is a green icon chat button. If you click on it and select Guild Battle, you can choose either Hero Challenge or Titan Challenge. In this case, since we're doing a preliminary test on Guild War and Arena, we'll choose Hero Challenge, but the battle mode we'll select here will be Auto, and we'll choose Max for the hero power selection. One of the features of the Battle Challenge feature is that the team on the left side of the screen has a slight advantage over the team on the right side of the screen when it comes to activating skills. The trick is to set your opponent as the attacker on the left side of the screen and set your team as the defender on the right side of the screen. The purpose of the Battle Challenge is to check the compatibility of your team in a max power environment, so I think it's better to place your team on the defensive side, where you'll be at a disadvantage in activating your skills. Well, this is a matter of personal preference, so I'll leave it up to you, the viewer, to decide whether you want to place your team on the offensive or defensive side. I'll show you an example of an actual test. This opponent will be the team I actually played against in last week's Guild War. If you look at the overall power alone, my team has the advantage, but the enemy team has Celeste, who may interfere with Astaroth's resurrection skill, and Thea, the healer. The reason why the enemy team doesn't use Martha the healer, but uses Thea is probably because they are expecting a short battle. Martha is a hero whose skills are slow to activate. So, if your team is a Kark team, which often has a pattern of defeating opponents quickly, the battle may be over before Martha can show her performance as a healer. It's easy to see that the opposing team doesn't like that, so they use Thea, who has a fast recovery skill. Furthermore, the enemy team has Celeste, but it is rare for Kark teams to use Celeste. With all this in mind, there's an unknown amount of synergy between Thea and Celeste, and that is what we're going to test in the Battle Challenge. Here's the verification video. Please note that there is no guarantee that the results will be the same in an actual battle, as this Battle Challenge was conducted without bets. In this verification, my team formation on the right side of the screen will win. But who will die first? That's what we need to focus on. Celeste is famous for being the hero that blocks Astaroth's resurrection skill, and the logic behind this comes from Celeste's skill number 3. Celeste's skill number 3 converts up to 42% of the restored health into magic damage when the enemy activates the resurrection skill. That means Astaroth's revive skill can only restore a maximum of 90,000 health, and it instantly takes away about 42% of that. In the verification of Kark's team versus Kark's team, both teams found that Kark was the first to leave for the other side. As expected of the paper-armored Kark, he went to his death without hesitation. Looking at the results of this test, my victory in the Guild War would depend on whether or not I could revive Kark after he fell first. Another concern is that my Astaroth has a half-developed magic attack, so when Astaroth's revive skill is activated, my hero's health will restart at 65,000. If Astaroth's magic attack status is maxed out, the hero's health at the time of resurrection will be 90,000, so this is the second concern I have. Let's take a look at an actual Guild War battle. As a result of preliminary testing, I know that a max-powered Kark team can win, but the enemy team's pet is Mara, who possesses skill number 2, Mind Control. I have a bad feeling about this. Skill number 2, Heart Mark, flies from Mara, but the allied hero that it hits will fight as the enemy team for about 3 seconds, so Astaroth has turned to my side. As expected, Kark on my side is the first to be defeated, and Astaroth's skill number 4 is activated to revive him, but just before that, Astaroth seems to be under the influence of Mara's mind control, and Kark only seems to be revived with his health at 1. I'm going to try to watch Kark's revival at 1/10 super slow. The first thing to learn is how the skills of the many heroes and pets work. The next thing you need to learn is how to organize your team, and then you can start learning about the rest of your heroes and pets. This is terribly time-consuming. I wonder if someone can make a video to explain it in simple terms. Haha. That's why in this video, I've done some preliminary testing using the Battle Challenge and explained some of the things to look out for. Hero Wars isn't just a game about training heroes. The major difference between Hero Wars and other Japanese social games is that Hero Wars is a knowledge competition game where players compete based on the synergy of skills between heroes. Now, it's time for the video to end. If you've raised your heroes to the max and believe that the real battle starts from there, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching the video until the last part. I'll see you in my next video.